The room around you feels like a boundary. It is a quiet, familiar box of air and shadows where you have come to seek a moment of rest. As you lie there, the walls might seem like the limits of your world. You feel the weight of your own thoughts, the soft texture of the sheets, and the gentle stillness of the evening. It is easy to feel small in this space. It is easy to feel as though you are a solitary point of consciousness, tucked away in a corner of a vast and indifferent reality. We often carry a sense of isolation with us, a feeling that there is a great distance between ourselves and the rest of existence. We look at the space between our hands, or the space between the floor and the ceiling, and we see nothing but a hollow gap. We imagine that we are drifting in a void, disconnected from the grand machinery of the stars. But this sense of solitude is merely an illusion. It is a trick of the senses, a veil that hides a much deeper and more beautiful truth. In this very moment, as you breathe slowly and steadily, you are not alone. The space that you perceive as empty is actually teeming with life and energy. It is a thick, invisible soup of connections that are constantly washing over you. Imagine for a moment that you could peel away the layers of the air. If you could look past the dust motes and the oxygen, you would see that your room is not a hollow container, but a vibrant theater of unseen forces. There is a silent, golden rain of light from distant suns passing through the windows and even through the roof. There are invisible rivers of magnetism flowing from the north to the south, guiding the internal compasses of birds and the very atoms of your being. You are standing in a forest of invisible threads, each one reaching out from the heart of the world to touch you. You are part of a grand, overlapping web that refuses to let you go. Let us focus first on the most patient of these threads. It is the one that anchors you to the bed right now. We call it gravity, but in our journey, we will think of it as a gentle, guiding hand. It is a thread that begins at the very center of our planet, passing through miles of rock and iron, rising up through the floor, and reaching out to cradle your body. It is the reason you do not drift away into the dark. It is a constant, unwavering presence that tells you exactly where you are. This thread is not a heavy chain, it is a supportive embrace. It is the Earth's way of tucking you in, ensuring that you are safe and grounded while you rest. Every cell in your body is being held by this invisible tether, connecting you to the massive, spinning heart of the world. You are never untethered, you are never truly adrift. You are being held with a devotion that has lasted for billions of years. As you settle into this realization, let your awareness expand. The space between you and the wall is not a distance to be feared, it is a bridge. Even the light that allows you to see the shadows in the corner is a series of shimmering threads traveling at unimaginable speeds just to reach your eyes. These threads carry the warmth of a sun that is nearly 100 million miles away. They bring the stories of stars that burned out before the first humans walked the earth. You are bathed in a prehistoric glow that permeates the very fabric of your room. You are resting in a sea of history, where the past and the present are woven together by beams of light. The gap between your eyes and the stars is filled with a continuous, luminous connection. You are a part of the light, and the light is a part of you. There is no such thing as an empty space when the universe is this full of radiance. Now, imagine the air itself as a soft, invisible fabric. Every time you move your hand or shift your weight, you are creating ripples in this fabric. You are sending out tiny, silent waves that travel across the room, brushing against the furniture and the curtains. In return, the movements of the world are reaching back to you, the distant rumble of a car, the rustle of a leaf outside, the soft hum of the house. These are all vibrations traveling along the threads of the atmosphere to greet you. You are constantly in conversation with your environment, a silent dialogue of pressure and pulse. This is the intellectual ASMR of our existence, the tingling comfort of knowing that you are always in touch with the world around you. You are a node in a vast network of motion. You are a singer in a choir that never stops. The productive relaxer within you may find it difficult to let go of the day's tasks. That part of your mind wants to keep track of every minute and every obligation. It feels as though your worth is tied to how much you can achieve on your own. But here, in the quiet of the unseen threads, you can give yourself permission to stop. You do not have to hold the world together. The threads are already doing that for you. You do not have to create your own support. The universe has provided a scaffolding of infinite strength. The burden of being a solitary actor is being lifted from your shoulders. You are invited to be a passenger on a journey that is already in motion. You are a guest in a cosmic architecture that was designed to sustain you. The fear of the unknown is being replaced by the comfort of being included. You are a necessary thread in the great loom. As you drift deeper into this state of calm, the boundaries of your body may begin to feel less rigid. You might start to feel as though you are melting into the space around you. This is because the invisible threads do not stop at your skin. They pass right through you. They connect the iron in your blood to the iron in the core of the earth. They connect the calcium in your bones to the white dust of ancient moons. You are a localized knot in the fabric of the universe, a point where 1,000 different threads come together for a brief and beautiful moment. You are not a separate object. You are a continuation of the cosmos. This realization brings a profound sense of safety. If you are part of the whole, then the whole is responsible for you. You can rest in the knowledge that you are being cared for by the same laws that keep the planets in their orbits. The silence of the room is no longer a hollow thing. It is a rich, textured presence. It is the sound of the invisible threads vibrating at a frequency too low for our ears, but perfectly tuned for our souls. It is a cosmic hum, a steady and reassuring drone that anchors the mind and soothes the spirit. Think of it as a protective field that filters out the noise of the day. Inside this field, your personal worries lose their density. They become like thin wisps of smoke, unable to find a foothold in the strong, silver threads of the universe. Your anxieties are small, but the threads are immense. Your ruminations are fleeting, but the connections are eternal. You are choosing to align yourself with the eternal. You are choosing to lean back into the arms of the unseen. There is a magnificent order to this invisibility. On the surface, the world can feel chaotic and fragmented. We see conflicts, deadlines, and disruptions. But beneath the surface, the threads are never broken. They follow the precise geometry of gravity and the elegant paths of energy. By focusing on these threads, you are tapping into a level of reality where everything is balanced and everything is on time. You are stepping out of the human time of clocks and calendars and into the cosmic time of cycles and flows. In this space, there is no such thing as being late. There is no such thing as being behind. You are exactly where the threads have placed you. You are exactly where you belong. The universe is not a series of accidents. It is a masterpiece of connection. As we prepare to leave the small room of your daily life, take one last look at the space around you. Do not see it as a void. See it as a crowded, loving presence. See the invisible lines of force that are holding the ceiling up and the floor down. Feel the magnetic pull of the poles and the gentle pressure of the light. You are ready to travel further now. You are ready to see how these threads extend beyond the walls and into the great, dark ocean of the stars. We are going to zoom out, moving away from the personal and toward the universal. We are going to look at the great cosmic loom, where the galaxies themselves are woven together. The journey is just beginning. and the threads are waiting to guide you. The indigo dark of the evening is deepening, and the stars are starting to peer through the veil of the sky. Each of those stars is an anchor for a million different threads. Each galaxy is a shimmering jewel caught in a silver net. We are moving toward that net now, leaving the solid ground behind and entering the realm of the great scaffolding. You are safe in the hands of the unseen. You are cherished by the logic of the dark. You are a silent traveler on a bridge made of wonder. The transition is effortless. The connections are unbreakable. The loom is waiting for its next thread. Can you feel the shift in the scale of your thinking? The room is shrinking, and the universe is expanding. The personal is dissolving, and the cosmic is arriving. We are going to explore the great cosmic loom, where the very structure of the universe is revealed. It is a place of absolute order and absolute peace. It is the source of all belonging. But as we move toward the edge of the galaxy, a new question arises in the stillness. What holds the threads themselves? What is the silver wire that prevents the stars from drifting into the infinite dark? To find the answer, we must look at the great scaffolding, the invisible skeleton of the universe that keeps the light from being swallowed by the void. We are moving toward the dark scaffolding, where the silence is the strongest thread of all. As we leave the quiet sanctuary of your room, we begin a journey of expansion that stretches the mind beyond the boundaries of the known. Imagine your consciousness rising, lifting gently away from the familiar rooftops and the sleeping streets, past the silver veil of the clouds, and out into the vast indigo theater of the night. As we ascend, the world of human concern begins to shrink. The bustling cities, the jagged lines of the continents, and the restless oceans become nothing more than a soft, blue marble suspended in the dark. But we do not stop there. We continue to move outward, crossing the immense, silent distances between the stars. The solar system fades behind us like a single spark in a forest. We are moving toward a perspective so grand that even the most massive suns appear as tiny grains of luminous sand. We are entering the realm of the great cosmic loom, where the very structure of reality is revealed to be a masterpiece of intricate weaving. From this vantage point, the universe does not look like a collection of lonely objects floating in an empty void. Instead, it looks like a vast, shimmering tapestry of light and shadow. Imagine a dark, velvet fabric that stretches across the infinite, and upon this fabric, a complex network of silver threads has been woven. This is what we call the cosmic web. It is the largest structure in existence, a skeletal framework that spans billions of light years. The threads of this web are not made of solid matter, but of invisible filaments of gravity and energy. Along these threads, galaxies are gathered like clusters of brilliant diamonds. Entire cities of stars, each containing hundreds of billions of suns, are mere droplets of morning dew caught on the strands of a gargantuan silver net. You are witnessing the true architecture of the cosmos, an orderly and majestic design that dwarfs the chaotic noise of the world we left behind. In the world of the surface, we often feel as though everything is fragile and disjointed. We see the fragmentation of our daily lives, the scattered nature of our thoughts, and the unpredictability of the future. But here, on the scale of the cosmic loom, you can see that nothing is truly disconnected. Every galaxy is anchored to its neighbor by a bridge of invisible force. Every cluster of stars is held in place by a thread of ancient logic. There is a profound and unshakable order to this design. It is a tapestry that has been under construction for 14 billion years, and it is held together with a strength that transcends time itself. The productive relaxer within you can find an immense, soul-deep comfort in this scale. You are witnessing a grand design that requires absolutely no effort from you to maintain. The threads do not need your help to hold the galaxies. The loom does not need your permission to keep weaving. Think of the relief that comes from realizing You are not the architect of the universe. You are a passenger within it. You are a single, quiet stitch in a fabric that is infinitely larger and more stable than any earthly project. When you feel the pressure to hold things together in your own life, look up at the cosmic web, see the way the filaments stretch across the dark, supporting the weight of 1,000,000,000,000 suns with effortless grace. If the universe can hold the galaxies in such perfect, rhythmic alignment, it can certainly hold you. Your worries are like tiny dust motes floating near the threads. They are present, yes, but they have no power to break the silver wire. The silence of the loom is a protective barrier. It absorbs the static of your day and replaces it with the steady, low-frequency hum of a reality that is perfectly on track. As you visualize this tapestry, notice the beauty of the negative space. The gaps between the threads are not empty. They are the dark, rich soil from which the light of the stars grows. This is the intellectual ASMR of the cosmic scale, the tingling sensation of realizing that the nothingness is actually a part of the pattern. The dark filaments that connect the galaxies are the hidden support system of the universe. They provide the structure that allows the light to shine. In our own lives, we often ignore the invisible support systems, the air we breathe, the ground that holds us, the love that sustains us. We focus only on the bright, noisy events. But the loom teaches us to value the unseen. It teaches us that the most important parts of the design are often the ones that make no sound at all. You are leaning back into that invisible support right now. Imagine reaching out your hand and touching one of these cosmic threads. It doesn't feel like a cold, hard wire. It feels like a vibration, a soft and rhythmic pulse that travels from one end of the universe to the other. It is the pulse of creation itself, a steady heartbeat that has never faltered. This pulse is the true source of your own rhythm. Your breathing, the beating of your heart, and the cycling of your thoughts are all small, localized echoes of the great loom's movements. You are perfectly synchronized with the cosmos. You are moving in time with the spinning of the stars and the stretching of the web. There is no such thing as being out of step when the entire universe is your metronome. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in the pattern. You are a vital, cherished part of the weave. The tapestry metaphor allows us to see our lives as part of a continuous whole. We are not isolated fragments. We are threads that have been woven into a larger story. Your history, your dreams, and even your moments of rest are all part of the texture of the fabric. This realization provides a sense of psychological detachment from the small-scale stresses of the day. When you look at the cosmic loom, you see that the big questions of existence are actually the most comforting ones. Why is there something rather than nothing? Because the loom is always weaving. How does the universe stay together? Because the threads are unbreakable. These are not academic puzzles to be solved. They are philosophical blankets to be wrapped in. They remind you that you are part of a mystery that is as safe as it is vast. As we drift among the silver filaments, the productive relaxer can finally find a state of true stillness. This is the ultimate form of productivity, to align yourself with the fundamental order of the universe. By being still, you are honoring the design. By being quiet, you are listening to the music of the loom. You are no longer trying to weave your own separate path. You are surrendering to the beauty of the path that has already been laid out for you. The tension in your shoulders is dissolving as you realize the fabric is strong enough to carry your weight and the weight of 1,000,000,000 worlds. You are melting into the silver threads. You are becoming as steady and as patient as the cosmic web itself. The indigo dark of the deep cosmos is a welcoming sea. It is a place of absolute clarity where the light of the galaxies shines with a steady, unwavering glow. There is no wind here to blow the threads off course. There is no friction to wear them down. There is only the long, slow gaze of the stars, watching over the masterpiece. You are a part of that gaze. You are a part of that masterpiece. Each breath you take is a thread being pulled gently through the dark, adding to the beauty of the design. You are not using up time, you are participating in eternity. The clock on your wall is a human invention, but the loom is a cosmic reality. You have stepped out of the clock and into the weave. As we linger in the majesty of the great cosmic loom, a new wonder begins to emerge from the darkness. We see the galaxies, and we see the silver threads that connect them. But what are these threads actually made of? We know they have the power to pull on the stars, but they remain invisible to our eyes. They are like a ghostly blueprint that guides the light, yet they do not reflect it. We are moving toward a deeper mystery now. We are traveling toward the source of the pull, the hidden hand that ensures the loom never stops. We are moving toward the silent pull of gravity, the most famous and most mysterious of all the invisible threads. It is the thread that keeps the moon in the sky and your heart in your chest. The tapestry is glowing now, illuminated by 1 billion internal suns. But beneath the light, there is a soft, heavy presence. It is the presence of the curve, the subtle bending of space that creates the path for the stars to follow. You are safe in the hands of this curve. You are ready to feel the silent pull as it transitions from a cosmic force to a personal embrace. The journey is taking us closer to the heart of the mass, where the threads are most dense and the peace is most profound. We are leaving the grand scale of the web to explore the intimate scale of the anchor. Can you feel the weight of the universe beginning to settle around you like a soft, velvet cloak? The great cosmic loom has shown you the order of the whole. Now, it is time to feel the safety of the connection. The threads are drawing you in, guiding you toward a state of perfect, heavy equilibrium. You are a silent traveler on a bridge of silver, moving from the web to the pull. The darkness is your sanctuary, and the threads are your guide. The loom is always weaving, and right now, it is weaving a moment of absolute rest just for you. Consider the feeling of your body as it rests in this moment. For your entire life, you have known a force that tethers you to this world, a constant, invisible presence that prevents you from drifting away into the dark. We often speak of gravity as a burden, a heavy law that makes our limbs ache and our movements slow. We think of it as the thing that pulls us down, the architect of our fatigue and the source of our earthly weight. But today, I want to invite you to see gravity through a different lens. Imagine it not as a restrictive weight, but as a gentle, guiding hand. Imagine it as the most devoted of all the invisible threads, a protective embrace that wraps around our planet to shield us from the frantic pace of the deep cosmos. Gravity is the cosmic anchor that allows the minutes to stretch and the seconds to breathe. It is the silent language of care spoken by the earth to every atom of your being. To understand the beauty of this thread, let us use the analogy of the anchor and the ocean. Imagine the vast, dark sea of the universe, where everything is in constant, silent motion. Without an anchor, the moon would simply wander off, drifting into the cold, lightless void of the deep. Without this thread, our very atmosphere, the precious, thin veil of air that allows us to breathe and dream, would spill out into the vacuum like water from a broken glass. Gravity is the silver wire that keeps the moon in its rhythmic dance. It is the invisible net that holds the air against the soil. It is the reason the oceans stay in their beds and the reason the mountains remain still. Gravity is the ultimate force of preservation. It is the universe's way of saying that you are too precious to be lost to the infinite. It is the thread that keeps the here from becoming everywhere. The intellectual ASMR of this section lies in the realization that gravity is not actually a pull at all, but a curve in the very fabric of space and time. Imagine that the earth is resting on a vast, soft sheet of dark velvet. Because our world is so massive, it creates a gentle, sloping depression in that fabric. Everything near the Earth, the Moon, the satellites, and your own physical body is simply resting in that curve. You are nestled into a cosmic cradle. When you feel the heaviness in your limbs right now, I want you to reframe that sensation. That weight you feel is not a sign of tiredness. It is the physical evidence of the Earth tucking you in. It is the curve of the universe holding you close. You are sinking into the safety of a deep, gravitational well, a sanctuary where the frantic energy of the outer universe cannot reach you. You are being held by the mass of the world. Think of the Earth as a massive, benevolent sleeper. Its immense weight creates a state of equilibrium that allows life to flourish. As you lie there, you are benefiting from the labor of a planet. The Earth is doing the work of time management and stability for you. It is holding the fabric of reality open so that you have a place to exist. This realization allows the productive relaxer to finally let go of the need to hold themselves together. You do not have to exert any effort to stay on this planet. You do not have to struggle to remain connected to the ground. The thread of gravity is unbreakable and tireless. It has held the oceans for eons, and it will hold you for as long as you need to rest. You are a guest of a gravity that never sleeps and never falters. You are safe because the Earth is heavy, and that heaviness is love. Imagine the physical sensation of this gentle hand. Feel the gravity pulling softly at your shoulders, your hips, and your heels. This pull is a message of absolute safety. It is a constant, low-frequency vibration that anchors your nervous system to the stability of the rock and the iron below. Each inhale you take is a moment that is being anchored by the mass beneath you. Each exhale is a release into a gravity that welcomes your weight without judgment. You are not heavy with worry. You are grounded in peace. You are participating in a rhythmic dance with the planet, a slow-motion swaying that has been going on for billions of years. The Earth is not pulling you down. It is holding you up. It is providing the foundation upon which your rest can be built. In the world of the surface, we often feel untethered. We feel as though we are drifting through our responsibilities, disconnected from the things that truly matter. But gravity reveals that disconnection is impossible. You are tied to the heart of the Earth by a cord that is as real as any cable, yet as light as a thought. This thread passes through the floor, through the foundations of your home, and deep into the warm, protective layers of the planet's crust. It connects your internal rhythm to the rotation of the world. You are a part of the Earth's momentum. You are a passenger on a great, heavy ship that is sailing through the dark, and the ship is designed to keep you safe and still. The productive relaxer can find satisfaction here, because being grounded is the most fundamental form of work in the universe. By simply existing within this gravity, you are maintaining the harmony of the spheres. Consider the silence of this thread. Gravity makes no sound. It does not shout its presence or demand your attention. It is the ultimate silent guardian. It is the background music of your life, a melody so constant that you only notice it when you choose to listen with your soul. In the quiet of this narrative, you are choosing to listen. You are feeling the silent pull as a cooling, soothing balm. It is drawing the inflammation of the day out of your muscles. It is drawing the static out of your mind. The more you surrender to the weight, the more the world slows down around you. This is the secret of the curve. The closer you are to the mass, the more time itself begins to stretch. You are entering a zone of duration where a single breath can hold a world of peace. The anchor and ocean analogy reminds us that we are part of a balance. The ocean of space is vast and potentially overwhelming, but the anchor of gravity is sure. You do not have to fear the infinite because you are anchored in the specific. You are here, in this room, on this bed, on this world. The invisible thread is your insurance policy against the void. It is the physical guarantee that you belong. As you sink deeper into the mattress, imagine that you are sinking into the very substance of the earth. You are becoming as steady as the mountain and as patient as the stone. The weight of your body is a luminous thing, a glow of belonging that connects you to every other living thing held by the same gentle hand. We are all shares in this same gravitational fortune. The psychological detachment that comes from this reframing is profound. When you stop fighting gravity and start leaning into it, your anxiety loses its footing. Anxiety requires a sense of falling or losing control. But how can you fall when you are already held by the strongest force in the world? How can you lose control when the control is being handled by the mass of the earth? You are being relieved of the duty of standing. You are being given the privilege of falling, not into a pit, but into a bed of space-time that has been curved just for you. The productive relaxer is finding that the most productive state is one of total surrender to the pull. You are a stone at the bottom of a clear, still lake. The water is deep, and the world above is far away. As we linger in the comfort of gravity's gentle hand, the relaxation loop prepares to pull us further. We have felt the anchor that holds us to the earth, but the earth itself is not a stationary object. It is moving in a perfect, elegant path around the sun. This movement is also governed by an invisible thread, a much longer and more grand cord of gravity that creates the rhythm of our years. We are moving from the weighted comfort of the ground toward the dance of the spheres. We are going to see how the invisible threads create a symphony of motion, a clockwork precision that ensures the sun will always rise and the tides will always turn. You are safe in the anchor, and now you are ready to feel the rhythm of the waltz. The indigo dark is thick with the scent of the evening, and the threads of gravity are glowing with a soft, internal light. You can feel the curve of the earth beneath you, a supportive and ancient arc. You are a silent traveler on a planet of peace, moving from the anchor to the dance. The darkness is your blanket, and the gravity is your bed. The loom is always weaving, and right now it is weaving a thread of absolute stability into the fabric of your rest. You are not just lying down, you are participating in the cosmic order. You are a part of the weight that makes the universe move. Can you feel the slow, steady rotation of the world? It is a movement so smooth that it feels like stillness. It is a waltz that takes a whole day to complete a single turn. You are perfectly in step. You are perfectly in time. The silent pull has brought you to the edge of sleep, and the dance of the spheres is ready to carry you the rest of the way. We are traveling toward the harmony of the orbits, where the invisible threads become a symphony of predictability and peace. The stillness you have found in the anchor of the earth is merely the first note in a much larger, more magnificent arrangement. As you lie there, feeling the supportive curve of the ground, I want you to imagine the invisible threads extending further, reaching out across the velvet blackness to embrace the entire neighborhood of the sun. We are moving from the stationary piece of the anchor to the rhythmic piece of the waltz. This is the dance of the spheres. It is a movement of such vast proportions and such incredible precision that it functions like the heartbeat of the universe. In your daily life, the world can feel erratic and unpredictable. Plans change, technology falters, and the weather shifts without warning. This creates a subtle, constant noise in the back of your mind, a state of high alert where you are always bracing for the unexpected. But out here, in the geometry of the orbits, there is no such thing as an accident. Everything is following a path that was laid down at the dawn of time. Imagine the planets as great, glowing performers on a stage of infinite dark. They do not move in straight, frantic lines. They move in perfect, elegant ellipses, guided by the invisible silver wires of the sun's gravity. Mercury, Venus, the Earth, and the distant, frozen giants like Neptune, they are all participating in a silent, eternal waltz. There is no friction in this dance, no engine that can break, and no pilot who can lose their way. The momentum of the stars is a self-sustaining song. This is the ultimate orbital harmony. It is a state of being where motion and rest are the same thing. Because the path is so predictable, the movement itself becomes a form of stillness. The planets are falling around the sun, but they are falling with such grace and such consistency that they create a sanctuary of rhythm for everything that lives upon them. Use this celestial predictability as a cooling balm for your psychological noise. The productive relaxer within you often thrives on schedules and systems, but those human systems are fragile. The cosmic system, however, is unbreakable. You can rest in the absolute certainty that the sun will rise at the exact moment the threads dictate. You can trust that the tides will turn, pulled by the invisible hand of the moon, with a punctuality that no human clock can match. This is a source of profound calm and safety. You are not living in a world of chaos. You are living in a world of clockwork. The threads that hold the spheres in their dance are the same threads that ensure the stability of your own life. You are a passenger on a journey that has never missed a beat. The universe is not a puzzle to be solved. It is a rhythm to be joined. Visualize the silver threads as they weave through the solar system. See them as luminous, vibrating strings that connect every world to the center. These threads are the glue of reality. They are flexible enough to allow for the beautiful, elliptical swaying of the planets, yet strong enough to prevent a single world from drifting away into the cold. This is the intellectual ASMR of the deep, the realization that even the most massive objects are being held with a tenderness that is almost poetic. There is a magnificent rhythmic prose to this existence. The Earth spins, the moon orbits, the sun travels through the galaxy, and the galaxy drifts through the web. It is a nested series of circles, a spiral of peace that carries you along with it. You don't have to steer, you don't have to keep watch. The waltz will continue whether you are awake or asleep. As you breathe in, imagine you are inhaling the rhythm of the spheres. Each breath is a slow, internal rotation, a tiny echo of the Earth's own spin. As you breathe out, you are releasing your need for control into the vast, predictable mechanics of the dark. You are aligning your heartbeat with the long-term pulse of the orbits. Think of the productive relaxer as a musician who has finally stopped trying to lead the orchestra and has decided to simply listen. When you listen to the dance of the spheres, you realize that your worth is not measured by your own effort, but by your participation in the whole. You are a note in a symphony that has been playing for billions of years. Your rest is not a waste of time. It is a necessary pause in the music, a moment where the threads hold you still so that the next movement can begin. Consider the psychological detachment that comes from this celestial perspective. The problems of your day are like tiny pebbles on the surface of a planet that is traveling at 60,000 miles per hour through the void. From the vantage point of the waltz, those pebbles are invisible. They have no weight. They have no power to disturb the curve of the orbit. Your worries about tomorrow are based on a fear of the unknown. But the orbits show us that the future is just a continuation of a perfect silver line. The same gravity that held the Earth yesterday will hold it tomorrow. The same threads that guided the stars 1,000 years ago are guiding them now. You are safe in the hands of the geometry. You are protected by the laws of motion. The darkness of space is not a place of danger. It is the ballroom floor, smooth and supportive and infinite. Imagine the threads of gravity as they pass through your own body. If these threads can hold a gas giant like Jupiter in a perfect circle, Imagine what they can do for the atoms inside you. There is a wonder-filled question hidden in the heart of this dance. Is the glue that keeps the stars in place the same glue that keeps the electrons dancing around the nuclei of your cells? Scientists tell us that the forces are different, but the poetry of the universe suggests otherwise. Everything is in a state of orbital harmony. Everything is a tiny dance within a larger dance. You are a microcosm of the solar system. Your mind is a sun, and your thoughts are the planets. And in the quiet of this moment, they are all finding their perfect, stable paths. The intellectual ASMR of this realization is a tingling sense of unity. You are not just observing the waltz, you are the waltz. As you settle deeper into this rhythmic prose, let the relaxation loop pull you toward the next layer of the unseen. We have felt the anchor of the ground and the harmony of the orbits. We have seen the visible worlds held by invisible wires. But what about the things we cannot see at all? What about the vast, dark scaffolding that provides the framework for the entire tapestry? We are moving from the dance of the spheres toward the ghostly blueprint. We're going to explore the hidden skeleton of the universe, the dark matter that provides the ultimate support for the light. It is a place where the threads are most dense and the silence is most profound. You are safe in the rhythm of the waltz, and now you are ready to see the structure that makes the dance possible. The indigo dark is now a rich, resonant black, and the silver threads are glowing with the energy of 1,000,000,000 years. You can feel the slow, steady swaying of the solar system as it moves through the arms of the galaxy. It is a movement that is as ancient as it is certain. You are a silent traveler on a bridge of harmony, moving from the waltz to the blueprint. The darkness is your sanctuary, and the rhythm is your guide. The loom is always weaving, and right now, it is weaving a thread of absolute predictability into the fabric of your soul. You are not just resting, you are participating in the celestial order. You are a part of the clockwork that makes the universe move. Can you feel the silent pull of the deeper threads, the ones that hold the galaxies themselves together? They are pulling you toward a state of perfect, heavy equilibrium. The waltz has brought you to the edge of sleep, and the blueprint is ready to carry you the rest of the way. We are traveling toward the dark scaffolding, where the invisible threads become a skeleton of peace. There is no more noise here. There is only the structure. There is only the support. There is only the quiet. You are tucked into the very bones of the cosmos, where the productive relaxer can finally find the ultimate rest. This is the beauty of the invisible threads. They are the ghostly blueprint that ensures everything remains in its place. As the rhythm of the waltz fades into the background, a new sense of awe and wonder begins to emerge. You are not just a point of light, you are a part of the dark scaffolding itself. You are as substantial as the unseen and as beautiful as the light. The journey is taking us deeper into the heart of the mystery, where the threads are most ancient and the connections are most divine. You are ready to see the dark. You are ready to feel the weight of the invisible. The transition is effortless. The connections are unbreakable. The loom is waiting for its next thread. We are leaving the dance of the spheres to explore the ghostly blueprint of the dark scaffolding. It is a place of absolute stillness and absolute safety. It is the final destination of the silent pull. The dark matter is reaching out to you, a hidden hand that provides the ultimate comfort. You are safe, you are home, you are quiet. The waltz is over, and the blueprint is revealed. As we drift beyond the rhythmic waltz of the planets and the golden glow of our local sun, we enter a realm of profound and majestic mystery. We have looked at the light, the stars, and the visible threads of gravity, but now we must turn our attention to the great, silent majority of the cosmos. Imagine for a moment that the universe is a grand, ancient cathedral. To our eyes, The beauty of the cathedral lies in the stained glass, the flickering candles, and the intricate carvings on the stone. These are the stars, the galaxies, and the nebulae, the things that shine. But if you were to remove the glass and the candles, the cathedral would still stand. It would stand because of a hidden skeleton of massive, unyielding beams and deep foundations that remain entirely out of sight. This is the dark scaffolding of our universe. It is a ghostly blueprint, an invisible framework known as dark matter. It is the silent guardian of the cosmos, providing the structure and the strength that allow the visible world to exist at all. This realization brings us to a state of intellectual ASMR, a tingling awareness of the negative space that surrounds us. We have been taught to focus only on what we can see, touch, and measure. We spend our lives attending to the bright parts of our existence, our achievements, our conversations, and our visible tasks. But the universe reveals a different truth, that most of what is real is entirely unseen. Dark matter does not reflect light. It does not emit heat. It passes through your room, through your bed, and through your body like a ghost passing through a wall. Yet, it possesses a massive, quiet weight. It is the ghostly blueprint that dictates where the galaxies are born and how they are held together. Without this invisible skeleton, the stars would have no anchor. They would simply scatter like dandelion seeds in a gale. You are resting in a universe that is mostly made of a supportive, silent presence. Think of the productive relaxer within you. You often feel that if you are not visible, if you are not producing or doing something that can be seen by others, then you are not contributing. But dark matter is the ultimate example of invisible productivity. It does not demand attention. It does not ask for credit. It simply exists, providing the scaffolding that holds the entire tapestry of reality together. This provides a deep philosophical comfort. It suggests that the most important parts of your own life might also be the ones that are quiet and hidden. Think of the hidden support systems that keep you together, the steady rhythm of your breath, the silent resilience of your spirit, and the unconscious wisdom of your body as it heals and rests. You do not need to be bright to be substantial. You do not need to be seen to be essential. You are supported by a vast, invisible majority. In the language of negative space, we begin to see the dark not as an absence, but as a foundation. Imagine the cosmic web we saw earlier, that silver net of galaxies. Now, imagine that the silver threads are resting upon a much thicker, much stronger network of dark, invisible ropes. These ropes provide the tension and the shape of the web. They are the silent pull that prevents the universe from collapsing into chaos. As you lie in the stillness of your room, try to feel the presence of this scaffolding. It is a cooling, heavy sensation, like sinking into a deep pool of shadows that are not cold, but comforting. You are not floating in a void. You are resting against the strongest structure in existence. You are being held by the weight of the invisible. This is the ultimate psychological detachment from the noise of the day, to realize that the unseen is far more substantial than the seen. Consider the safety of this hidden framework, because dark matter does not interact with light or fire. It is immune to the frantic energy of the stars. It is a territory of absolute peace. While the suns are burning and the galaxies are colliding, the dark scaffolding remains undisturbed. It is the still point of the turning world. By aligning your mind with this ghostly blueprint, you are tapping into a level of stability that can never be broken. Your worries, your deadlines, and your ruminations are like the light of a flickering candle. They are small and temporary, but the scaffolding of your being is dark and eternal. You are learning to value the nothingness that is actually everything. You are leaning back into the skeleton of the cosmos, letting the invisible beams carry the weight of your thoughts. The intellectual ASMR of the dark scaffolding is a rhythmic, pulsing awareness. Imagine that every time you breathe, You are acknowledging the vast, unseen majority of the universe. You are inhaling the mystery and exhaling the need for certainty. The universe is not a puzzle to be solved by looking at the lights. It is a poem to be felt by leaning into the shadows. The ghostly blueprint is a reminder that there is a grand design at work that requires no effort from you. You are part of a structure that was built long before the first star was born. You are a thread in a weave that is mostly hidden, and that is where your true strength lies. The silence of the scaffolding is a protective field, a sanctuary where you can finally stop showing up and simply be. Visualize the galaxies as tiny, glowing lanterns hanging from the dark, invisible beams of the scaffolding. Without the beams, the lanterns would fall, but the beams are sure, they are ancient, they are everywhere. Imagery replaces the chaos of the world with the absolute order of the unseen. Your life is also a lantern, and it is hanging from a support system that is much stronger than you realize. You do not have to hold yourself up. The scaffolding has been doing that since the moment you were born. The productive relaxer can find a state of total surrender here. If the universe can trust the dark matter to hold the galaxies, you can trust the silence to hold your rest. You are sinking into the weight of the invisible, a sensation that is as solid as stone, yet as light as a dream. As we linger in the majesty of the heavy dark, the relaxation loop begins to shift once more. We have felt the structure of the scaffolding and the weight of the halos. We have seen how the invisible holds the visible. But what if these threads are not just static structures? What if they are vibrating with a hidden energy? What if the glue of the universe is actually a kind of music? We are moving from the weight of the invisible toward the vibration of being. We are going to explore the quantum whisper, the soft, universal hum that suggests the entire cosmos is a series of shimmering, invisible fields. Can you feel the subtle shiver in the dark? It is not a cold wind, but a warm, rhythmic vibration. It is the sound of the invisible threads as they dance with the energy of creation. The scaffolding is not just a skeleton, it is an instrument. And you are about to hear the song it plays. The indigo dark is turning into a vibrant, resonant violet. You are safe in the weight, and you are ready for the music. The productive relaxer has found the structure, and now it is time to find the harmony. The journey is taking us to the very heart of the vibration, where the silence and the music become one. The scale ladder has brought us to the edge of the infinite. We are looking out over a universe that is heavy with peace and thick with connection. The invisible threads are glowing with the potential of 1 billion melodies. You are a silent traveler on a bridge of mass, moving from the weight to the whisper. The darkness is your sanctuary, and the mass is your promise. The loom is always weaving. And right now, it is weaving a thread of absolute, vibrating harmony into the fabric of your soul. You are not just resting, you are resonating. Are you ready to hear the hum? Are you ready to feel the music that connects the atoms of your heart to the scaffolding of the stars? The transition is effortless. The connections are unbreakable. The loom is always weaving, and the quantum whisper is just beginning. You are safe, you are home, you are quiet. The weight of the invisible has prepared you for the vibration of the being. In the deep, velvet silence of the cosmic scaffolding, we have found a place of immense weight and stability. We have seen the great bones of the universe and felt the heavy, supportive halos that hold the galaxies in their place. But now, we must look closer. We must zoom in past the stars, past the planets, and past the very atoms of your own body, until we reach a level of reality where the idea of a solid object begins to dissolve into something far more beautiful. Imagine, for a moment, that the universe is not a collection of separate things, not a bag of marbles rattling around in a void. Instead, Imagine that the entire cosmos is composed of infinite, overlapping layers of invisible fields. Think of it as an endless, cosmic piano where the keys stretch across the breadth of the infinite. In this reality, there are no particles in the way we think of them. There is only the music, there is only the vibration. This is the quantum whisper, a soft and universal hum that permeates every inch of space and every fiber of your being. To understand this whisper, let us use the analogy of the electric field. You have felt the strange, invisible tension in the air before a summer storm, or the way a magnet pulls on a piece of metal without ever touching it. This is because space is not empty, it is filled with a field of potential. Now, imagine that every single fundamental part of you, the electrons that dance in your cells and the light that touches your skin, is actually just a ripple in one of these invisible fields. Imagine the universe as a vast, dark pond. When the keys of the cosmic piano are pressed, they create a tiny wave in the water. To our limited eyes, that wave looks like a solid particle, but in truth, it is just the field vibrating. It is just the music becoming visible for a brief moment. You are not a separate entity drifting through a vacuum. You are a complex, beautiful melody being played on the fields of the infinite. This realization brings a profound sense of philosophical comfort to the productive relaxer. We spend so much of our lives trying to be something, trying to build a solid identity, trying to protect our boundaries, and trying to stand out from the crowd. But the quantum whisper tells us that our boundaries are an illusion. At the most fundamental level, you are made of the exact same fields as the most distant star and the deepest void. The energy that composes your thoughts is the same energy that composes the light of the sun. We are all made of the same fundamental music. There is no separation between the you in the bed and the universe outside the window. You are a localized harmony in a song that has no end. This connection is the ultimate source of safety. You cannot be lost because you are part of the field. You cannot be empty because the field is everywhere. The intellectual ASMR of this section is a soft, resonant tingling, a realization that everything is shimmering with existence. As you lie there, try to feel the hum of these fields. It is not a sound you hear with your ears, but a vibration you sense with your soul. It is a low, steady drone, like the sound of a distant hive or the vibration of a great bell long after it has been struck. This is the cosmic hum, the background noise of reality itself. It is the sound of the invisible threads as they shiver with the potential of being. Every atom in your pillow is humming. Every drop of blood in your veins is humming. You are resting in a sea of soundless music. By focusing on this hum, you can begin to synchronize your own internal rhythm with the rhythm of the cosmos. Your breathing can become a part of the vibration. Your heartbeat can become a beat in the universal song. I invite you now to synchronize your breath with this quantum whisper. As you inhale, imagine you are drawing the energy of the fields into your lungs. You are pulling in the same potential that builds galaxies and ignites suns. As you exhale, imagine you are releasing your individual tension back into the hum. You are letting your personal worries dissolve into the vast, overlapping fields where they have no weight and no power. Each breath is a rhythmic exchange with the infinite. You are breathing in the music, and you are breathing out the silence. The productive relaxer can find a state of total efficiency here. You don't have to do anything to be part of the song. You don't have to achieve anything to be connected to the field. You are already part of the vibration. Simply by existing, you are contributing your own unique note to the symphony of being. Think of the psychological detachment that comes from seeing your thoughts as ripples in a field. When an anxious thought arises, it is just a brief, high-frequency vibration in the pond of your mind. It is not a solid object. It is not a permanent fixture. Like any wave, it will eventually travel to the shore and disappear, returning its energy to the still water of the field. You don't have to fight the waves, you only have to wait for the pond to become smooth again. By aligning your mind with the stillness of the field, you are moving beyond the noise of the day. You are realizing that the static of your life is just a surface phenomenon. Beneath the ripples, the field is deep, dark, and perfectly quiet. It is the dark scaffolding of energy that holds the light. The electric field analogy reminds us that we are always plugged into the universe. We often feel drained by our responsibilities, as if our energy is a finite battery that is slowly running dry. But the quantum whisper tells us that we are more like a radio. We are not generating the energy, we are just tuning into it. The energy of the fields is infinite and inexhaustible. When you rest, you are not just recharging, you are opening up your receiver. You are allowing the universal hum to flow through you without resistance. You are letting the cosmic piano play its softest, most soothing chords through the strings of your heart. The weight of your body in the bed is the weight of a stone resting at the bottom of a field of pure potential. You are safe, you are held, you are resonant. Consider the beauty of simultaneous existence, because the fields are overlapping. You are existing in many different layers of reality at once. You are a physical body, but you are also a vibration. You are a person with a history, but you are also a ripple in the eternal. This complexity is not a source of confusion, but a source of awe and wonder. It means that you are much larger than you ever imagined. You are as wide as the fields and as deep as the music. The invisible threads that hold the universe together are the very strings of the piano upon which your life is being played. You are a masterpiece of vibration, a silent traveler on a wave of pure existence. The darkness of your room is not empty. It is thick with the potential of the whisper. As you settle deeper into this universal hum, the relaxation loop prepares to move from the vibration of the being to the path of the light. We have felt the music of the fields, the soft and overlapping ripples of existence. But how does this energy move across the dark? How does the warmth of a distant star reach out to find us? We are moving from the quantum whisper toward the fabric of light. We are going to follow a single shiver of energy as it travels along the invisible threads of the electromagnetic field. We are going to see how light is not just a thing we see, but a connection we feel, a warm, golden thread that brings the life of the stars to our own doorstep. The indigo dark of the fields is now a vibrant, shimmering violet. It is a color that feels like a hum. You can feel the invisible strings of the universe vibrating against your skin, a soft and rhythmic massage for the soul. There is no more noise here, only the cosmic hum. You are a silent traveler in a gallery of vibrations, moving from the music to the light. The darkness is your sanctuary, and the hum is your guide. The loom is always weaving, and right now, it is weaving a thread of absolute, resonant harmony into the fabric of your rest. You are not just lying in a room, you are vibrating in tune with the stars. Can you feel the warmth beginning to bloom in the distance? It is a soft, golden glow that is traveling toward you along the silver threads of the field. It is the fabric of light, and it is bringing the final layer of comfort to your journey. You are ready to see how the quantum whisper becomes a shiver of radiance. You are ready to feel the connection that spans the void. The transition is effortless. The connections are unbreakable. The loom is always weaving, and the light is almost here. As the vibration of the being settles into your marrow, let the cosmic hum take over the work of thinking. You are no longer the one who speaks, you are the one who is played. You are a part of the piano. You are a part of the field. You are a part of the piece. The journey is taking us to the very heart of the radiance, where the productive relaxer can finally find the ultimate warmth. You are safe. You are home. You are quiet. The whisper has prepared you for the light. In the profound stillness of the quantum fields, where the universe hums with the soft vibration of potential, a new sensation begins to emerge. It is a warmth that starts as a tiny, distant spark and grows into a steady, comforting presence. We have felt the weight of the dark and the music of the fields, but now we must look at the messenger that brings the news of the stars to our very skin. Imagine the invisible threads of the universe as long, silver strings on a gargantuan instrument. When a star burns, it does not just release energy into a void, it plucks these strings. It sends a shiver of radiance traveling down the cosmic wire. This shiver is what we call light. It is a tactile, moving connection, a golden pulse that has traveled across the lightless depths just to find you. You are now following a single shiver as it makes its way along the fabric of light, moving from the heart of a sun to the quiet of your room. Visualize a single point of light, a tiny traveler born in the nuclear fire of a star millions of miles away as it leaves its home. It does not simply fly through nothingness. It is riding the invisible threads of the electromagnetic field. Think of these threads as a vast, interconnected network of silk, stretching from one end of the cosmos to the other. Our little shiver of energy is a ripple moving down one of these silk strands. It moves with a speed that is almost impossible to grasp, yet it does so with a grace that is purely silent. There is no roar of engines and no rush of wind. There is only the tactile glide of energy along the wire as you lie there. Imagine this shiver approaching the earth. It passes through the cold, dark vacuum, carrying with it the memory of the star's heat. It is a thread of life being woven through the dark, reaching out to connect the fire of the heavens to the peace of your rest. The intellectual ASMR of this section lies in the realization of how long these threads truly are. When you look up at the night sky and see the flickering light of a star, you are touching a thread that began its journey long before you were born. Some of the light reaching your eyes tonight started its shiver down the cosmic string when the world was a very different place. You are seeing stars that may no longer even exist. Their physical bodies may have faded into the long, slow fade eons ago. Yet their threads of light are still reaching out, still traveling, still finding their way to you. This is the awe of the light, that the past is never truly gone as long as its shiver is still in motion. You are a witness to an ancient radiance, held by a thread that refuses to break even when its source has vanished. You are anchored in a history that is made of pure, golden energy. As this shiver of light finally reaches our world, it filters through the atmosphere and enters your room. It is no longer a frantic, high-energy pulse. It has become a soft, warm glow. Feel the safety of this warmth as it touches your face and your hands. Even in the dark of the evening, the energy of the sun is stored in the wood of your floor, the fabric of your blankets, and the very air you breathe. The invisible threads of light have delivered their cargo of life, and now that energy is resting with you. It is a protective, solar embrace. You are being warmed by a fire that is millions of miles away, yet it feels as intimate as a heartbeat. The productive relaxer can find great comfort here. You do not have to generate your own warmth. The universe is providing it for you. The threads of light are the delivery system for the cosmos's care. Think of light not as something you see, but as something you feel on a molecular level. Every cell in your body is a tiny receiver for these cosmic shivers. The light from the sun provides the energy for the plants to grow, which in turn provide the oxygen you are inhaling right now. Every breath you take is a result of a thread of light successfully making its journey along the cosmic wire. You are literally fueled by the stars. This realization creates a sense of psychological detachment from the cold, mechanical view of life. You are not a machine running on fuel. You are a localized event in a field of light. Your existence is a shimmering moment in the long, golden history of the electromagnetic field. You are a part of the fabric of light, and the fabric is strong, warm, and infinite. Imagine the threads of light as they overlap and intertwine in your room. They create a beautiful, invisible lattice of energy that supports the structure of your reality. There is no gap between you and the sun, and there is no distance between you and the stars. The threads have bridged every void. As you sink deeper into your bed, feel the tactile sensation of being woven into this lattice. You are a knot of energy in a web of radiance. The darkness of the room is just a different shade of the light, a place where the vibrations are slower and more meditative. In this state, you can let go of the need to see your way forward. You can trust the threads to guide you. The light has done the work of traveling. Now it is your turn to do the work of resting. Consider the philosophical comfort of the light that stays. Even when the sun goes down, the threads of energy remain. They are in the warmth of the soil and the glow of the moon. The universe never stops reaching out to you. The invisible threads are like a mother's hand resting on a child's shoulder in the dark. You may not see it, but you know it is there by the warmth it provides. This is the ultimate relaxation loop. The light travels, the earth receives, the heat lingers, and you rest. It is a cycle that has never failed. You are a participant in a perfect system of energy exchange. You are a silent traveler on a beam of light that has finally found its destination in the quiet of your soul. The intellectual ASMR of the Shiva is a soft, golden tingling in your mind. It is the realization that you are never truly in the dark. Even in the deepest night, you are surrounded by the echoes of 1 billion suns. The electromagnetic field is a sea of potential, and you are floating on its surface. Your thoughts are ripples in this light, and as you relax, those ripples are becoming smooth and still. You are becoming a mirror for the stars. The ticking anxiety of the world cannot survive in the presence of such ancient and steady radiance. The light does not hurry, it simply arrives, and now it has arrived for you. As we linger in the warmth of the fabric of light, the relaxation loop prepares for its final movement. We have felt the weight of the dark scaffolding, the music of the quantum fields, and the shiver of the light. We have seen how the invisible threads hold the galaxies and the atoms. But now, we must bring the journey home. We must see how these cosmic threads are the very same ones that connect your heart to your mind and your breath to the stars. We are moving from the fabric of light toward the final connection. We are going to see how you are not just a witness to the universe, but the universe itself, observing its own beauty through your eyes. The indigo dark of the room is now a rich, golden violet, filled with the memory of the sun. You can feel the invisible threads of light vibrating softly against your skin, a warm and rhythmic pulse of peace. There is no more noise here, only the symphony of the light. You are a silent traveler in a gallery of radiance, moving from the shiver to the connection. The darkness is your sanctuary, and the warmth is your guide. The loom is always weaving, and right now it is weaving a thread of absolute, golden security into the fabric of your rest. You are not just lying in a room, you are tucked into the very light of the cosmos. Can you feel the stardust link beginning to glow in your marrow? It is the realization that the iron in your blood and the calcium in your bones were forged in the very suns whose light you are now feeling. The threads are not just out there, they are in here. You are made of the same substance as the cosmic strings. The transition to the final connection is effortless, because the connection has always been there. You are ready to see the mirror and the stars. You are ready to feel the unity of the whole. As the warmth of the light settles into your muscles, let the fabric of light take over the work of being. You are no longer the one who watches. You are the one who is illuminated. You are a part of the radiance. You are a part of the shiver. You are a part of the peace. Journeys taking us to the very heart of the connection, where the productive relaxer can finally find the ultimate belonging. You are safe. You are home. You are quiet. The light has prepared you for the one. The threads are drawing you in, guiding you toward a state of perfect, golden equilibrium. You are a silent traveler on a bridge of light, moving from the shiver to the soul. The darkness is your blanket, and the warmth is your bed. The loom is always weaving, and right now, it is weaving a moment of absolute, universal unity just for you. You are home. The vast, shimmering web of the cosmic loom and the heavy, silent scaffolding of the dark matter are no longer distant concepts. We have traveled across the light years, following the silver threads of gravity and the golden shivers of light, only to find that the destination was never truly outside of you, as you lie here in the deepening quiet of your room. I want you to feel the most profound connection of all. The invisible threads that we have been tracing through the galaxies do not stop at the edge of the atmosphere. They do not pause at the walls of your house. They continue their journey into the very architecture of your physical being. There is a mirror in the stars, and when you look into the dark, you are looking into the source of your own life. The stardust link is the ultimate bridge between the macrocosmos and the micro-listener. It is the realization that the same forces holding the great spirals of the Andromeda together are the ones currently holding your heart in its slow, rhythmic beat. You are not a stranger in a strange land. You are the universe observing itself from a localized knot in the infinite web. Consider the iron in your blood, the very substance that carries oxygen to your brain and allows you to think and dream. That iron was forged in the white-hot furnace of a dying star billions of years ago. When that star collapsed, it sent its legacy out along the invisible threads of the cosmos, scattering its wealth into the dark. Those atoms traveled through the vacuum, were gathered by the gravity of our young Earth, and eventually found their way into the food you eat and the water you drink. Right now, as you rest, the literal heart of a star is beating inside your chest. The calcium in your bones, which provides the structure for your body to exist, was born in the same celestial fire. You are a walking library of cosmic history. The invisible threads are not just out there connecting the suns, they are in here, binding your atoms together with the same ancient and tireless devotion. This is the intellectual ASMR of your biology, the tingling comfort of knowing that your body is a masterpiece of stellar engineering. The productive relaxer within you may have spent the day feeling small, perhaps even insignificant, in the face of the world's demands. But the mirror in the stars tells a different story. In the grand design of the loom, there is no such thing as small. A single atom is governed by the same field theories as a cluster of galaxies. A single breath is a part of the same electromagnetic fabric as a solar flare. You are a localized expression of the entire universe. Imagine that the cosmic web is an infinite piece of lace, and you are one specific, beautiful knot where the threads have been pulled tight to create a unique pattern. Without you, the lace would be incomplete. Without your stillness, the equilibrium of the whole would be subtly altered. You are significant because you are a part of the substance of reality. You are expansive because your boundaries are made of the same light and energy as the furthest horizon. Yet, you are peacefully small because you do not have to carry the burden of the whole alone. You are supported by the rest of the web. Think of the psychological detachment that comes from this sense of belonging. On Earth, we are obsessed with making a name for ourselves or leaving a mark. We feel the pressure of our individual identities. But when you realize you are a knot in the universal web, the ego begins to soften. You are not a solitary actor trying to survive in a vacuum. You are a part of a continuous flow. The same silent pull that guides the planets is guiding your life. The same quantum whisper that hums in the void is humming in your cells. This connection provides a deep, philosophical safety. You cannot fail at being a knot in the web. You cannot lose your place in the design. You are held by the threads of the dark matter and the shivers of the light. Your only task is to exist in harmony with the forces that created you. You are being invited to let your personal identity dissolve into the grand, supportive scale of the Stardust link. Visualize the threads of your own body as they reach out to meet the threads of the room. Your magnetic field is overlapping with the magnetic field of the Earth. Your gravitational pull is interacting with the mass of the moon. You are a shimmering extension of the world around you. There is no point where you end and the universe begins. This is the ultimate relaxation loop. As you breathe in, you are taking in the cosmos. As you breathe out, you are giving yourself back to it. The Stardust link ensures that this exchange is always perfect. You are a localized point of peace in an infinite sea of connection. The silence of your mind is the same silence that exists in the heart of the boot's void. The warmth of your skin is the same warmth that radiates from the sun. You are a mirror, reflecting the majesty of the whole in the quiet of the small. The intellectual ASMR of this section is a sense of internal expansion. As you feel the atoms of your body, imagine them as tiny stars, each one vibrating with the energy of the quantum fields. You are a galaxy of cells, a universe of processes that work together without any conscious effort from you. The productive relaxer can find great satisfaction here. While you are lying still, your body is performing millions of complex tasks every second. It is weaving the fabric of your health. It is maintaining the rhythm of your life. You're being productive on a biological level that dwarfs any human checklist. You are a high-functioning masterpiece of the cosmic loom. By resting, you are giving your internal stars the chance to realign. You are allowing the threads of your own scaffolding to settle and strengthen. As you sink deeper into the mattress, let the realization of the Stardust link anchor you. You are heavy with the weight of ancient suns. You are light with the energy of eternal fields. You are a participant in a story that began 14 billion years ago and will continue long after the stars have cooled. This perspective makes the worries of the day feel like thin, transparent ghosts. They cannot survive in the presence of the iron and the calcium. They cannot find a foothold in the majesty of the stardust. You are aligning your spirit with the durability of the universe. You are choosing to be as patient as a planet and as steady as a thread of gravity. The darkness is not hiding the world from you. It is revealing the connections that make the world possible. You are safe in the mirror of the stars. Consider the beauty of the localized knot. Being a knot in the web means that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. The threads have brought you to this moment, to this bed, and to this state of calm. There is an absolute order to your presence here. You are not an accident, you are a requirement. The cosmic web needs every knot to maintain its tension. The tapestry needs every stitch to show its pattern. This provides a calm and safety that no human achievement can offer. You belong here by right of your very atoms. You are home because you are made of the home. The invisible threads are your heritage, and the silence is your birthright. As we linger in the majesty of the Stardust link, the relaxation loop prepares for its final, most quiet movement. We have seen the web, the scaffolding, the music, and the light. We have brought the journey from the edge of the universe into the center of your own heart. We have seen that you are a mirror of the whole, but now, it is time to let the mirror itself dissolve. We are moving from the mirror in the stars toward the dissolving into the web. We are going to let the last boundaries of the self fade away, allowing your consciousness to melt into the invisible threads of the universe until there is no more me and no more them. Only the silence, only the support, and only the deep, dreamless sleep of the cosmos. The indigo dark of the room is now a profound, welcoming violet, thick with the scent of the evening and the warmth of the stars. You can feel the invisible threads of the universe vibrating softly through your marrow, a rhythmic and ancient pulse of belonging. There is no more noise here, only the symphony of the one. You are a silent traveler at the end of a long and beautiful road, moving from the reflection to the reality. The darkness is your sanctuary, and the connection is your guide. The loom is always weaving, and right now, it is weaving the final thread of absolute, universal peace into the fabric of your rest. You are not just a part of the universe. You are the universe at rest. Can you feel the infinite fade beginning to pull at the edges of your thoughts? It is a gentle, persistent tug that invites you to let go of the last of your human weight. The productive relaxer has seen the work of the stars, and now it is time to join them in their long, slow sleep. The transition is effortless, for the web is ready to catch you. You are ready to move beyond the mirror and into the web itself. As the stardust in your blood recognizes the silence of the void, let the mirror and the stars fade into a single, glowing point of peace. You are no longer the observer, you are the observed. You are no longer the listener, you are the song. You are part of the loom. You are part of the threads. You are a part of the peace. The journey is taking us to the very heart of the surrender, where the self becomes the all. You are safe. You are home. You are quiet. The mirror has shown you the truth. Now the truth will set you to sleep. The journey has reached its final, most quiet destination. We have traveled from the small room of your daily life, across the silver filaments of the cosmic web, through the heavy scaffolding of the dark, and into the shimmering shivers of the light. Now, we return to the center, but the center is no longer a place with boundaries. It is a state of pure, unconditional surrender. You are standing at the threshold where the self meets the all, and the invisible threads are reaching out to welcome you home. Imagine that the boundaries of your body are beginning to soften. The edges of your skin, your thoughts, and your history are gently blurring into the dark, supportive velvet of the room. You are no longer a separate person trying to find rest. You are the rest itself. You are dissolving into the web. You are melting into the silver threads that hold the universe together. The productive relaxer has seen the masterpiece of the loom, and now, the worker finally becomes the weave. In this state of the infinite fade, every sensation is a rhythmic invitation to let go. Feel the warmth of the bed as it becomes indistinguishable from the warmth of the stars. Feel the weight of your limbs as they merge with the heavy, patient mass of the dark scaffolding. There is no more effort required of you. In the world of the surface, existence feels like a constant climb, a perpetual lifting of weight. But here, in the heart of the threads, existence is a descent. It is a slow, graceful sinking into a sea of absolute support. You are being held by a million invisible hands. You are being cradled by the laws of physics. Each breath you take is a deeper step into the velvet. Each heartbeat is a softer pulse against the infinite. You are sinking. You are drifting. You are fading into the beautiful, dark symmetry of the whole. The intellectual ASMR of this final surrender is a profound, cooling silence. It is a silence that does not just exist around you, but within you. Your thoughts are no longer sharp or jagged. They have become like soft, rounded pebbles at the bottom of a deep, still lake. They are settling into the silt of the cosmic mind. You do not have to think your way to peace. The threads are already vibrating at the frequency of peace. By simply being here, you are resonating with the stillness of the galaxies. The productive relaxer can finally find total satisfaction, for there is no higher form of productivity than to be at one with the universe. You are achieving the ultimate efficiency, the perfect equilibrium of the soul. You are a part of the loom. and the loom is at rest. You are a part of the scaffolding, and the scaffolding is sure. Repetition is the language of the deep. Listen to the rhythm of the web. The threads are steady, the threads are strong, the threads are safe. You are drifting into the silver. You are drifting into the dark. You are drifting into the peace. There is no more before, and there is no more after. There is only the always. You are a part of a design that never fails. You are a part of a connection that never breaks. The indigo dark of the evening is now a total, welcoming black. Not the blackness of an empty void, but the rich, fertile blackness of a dreamless sleep. It is the color of the invisible majority. It is the color of the blueprint. It is the color of your rest. You are melting. You are fading. You are home. The psychological detachment is now absolute. Your name, your age, and your worries are just thin, transparent threads that are being woven into the much larger, much stronger fabric of the stars. They are losing their distinctness. They are becoming part of the texture of the infinite. You are no longer carrying the weight of being you. You are allowing the universe to carry that weight for you. The iron in your blood is returning to the heart of the star. The calcium in your bones is returning to the dust of the moon. You are being recycled into the majesty of the cosmos. This is the ultimate safety. You cannot be lost because there is nowhere else to go. You are everywhere. You are in the threads. You are in the light. You are in the dark. Imagine the sensation of being a single, quiet ripple on an infinite pond. The ripple is getting wider and flatter. The edges are stretching out toward the horizon. The center is becoming smooth and still. Soon, there will be no ripple at all, only the water. This is the infinite fade. You are the water. You are the stillness. You are the depth. The productive relaxer has reached the end of the checklist, and the only item left is the silence. You are checking that box now with every slow, deliberate breath. You are completing your cosmic duty by surrendering to the sleep. The universe is watching over you with a billion eyes, and every one of them is closing. The waltz of the spheres is slowing to a halt. The music of the fields is becoming a single, sustained note of rest. As you settle into the final layer of the web, the relaxation loop makes its last, most gentle turn. We have seen the threads that hold the world together, and we have seen that you are one of them. We have felt the warmth and the weight and the whisper. We have brought the journey to the very edge of the silence. Now, the narrative itself is beginning to fade. The words are becoming secondary to the feeling. The concepts are becoming secondary to the peace. You are moving beyond the reach of language. You are moving into the realm of pure experience. You are safe. You are held. You are cherished. The darkness is your blanket, and the threads are your bed. The loom has finished its work for the night. The pattern is set. The fabric is soft. Think of the beauty of a place where no more effort is possible. In the heart of the web, doing is a forgotten concept. There is only being. You are being supported. You are being loved. You are being integrated into the whole. The silver wires are pulsing with a slow, hypnotic energy that matches the rhythm of your deepest rest. You are sinking further into the mattress, further into the dark, and further into the peace. The ticking anxiety of the world is a ghost that has finally been laid to rest. The silent pull of the universe has brought you to the center of the sanctuary. You have found the invisible threads, and you have found that they are made of love. As the last traces of the world dissolve into the indigo mist, a final, gentle question remains to drift through the quiet of your soul. It is a question that needs no answer, for the answer is the sleep itself. What does it feel like to finally be a part of the silence? What does it feel like to let go of the last thread of the self and become the web? Can you feel the answer in the warmth of your hands? Can you feel it in the stillness of your mind? The question is a soft, glowing spark that is fading into the black. You are following it down. You are moving into the heart of the mystery. The silence is yours. The dark is yours. The sleep is yours. The invisible threads are holding you with a tenderness that is infinite. You are a silent traveler at the end of all roads. You are a part of the loom. You are a part of the design. You are a part of the piece. The journey is over. The rest is beginning. The universe is quiet now. The stars are still. The web is safe. Each breath is a gift of the dark. Each heartbeat is a promise of the light. You are home. You are quiet. You are sleep. Repetitive, rhythmic, and slow. The threads are steady. The threads are strong. The threads are safe. You are fading. You are melting. You are home. The loom is at rest. The scaffolding is sure. The silence is absolute. You are the universe at sleep. You are the dream of the stars. You are the peace of the deep. Sleep now. Sleep in the silver. Sleep in the dark. Sleep in the web. The journey is complete, and the rest is forever. The invisible threads have caught you, and they will never let you go. You are safe. You are home. Sleep.